check this out. This is from 2 weeks ago. It's been a minute since I reacted to a Poseidon Entertainment video. I freaking love them. There's plenty of videos out now, so we can go back on this back catalog of content. Apparently he did a quick little review on a freaking ride in Seaworld, and it's apparently potentially even falling the frick apart. I gotta be real with you. The family been talking about wanting to go to Seaworld for a minute.
Watching me,
and I kind of want to know what's going on over there.
It's just really hard to do.
Some of you are probably even like, hold on, there's rides at SeaWorld? Yes, they have actual roller coasters and rides at SeaWorld. Some of y'all didn't even know that, did you?
Because the place is an absolute mess.
Oh, is it?
I grew up going to Busch Gardens Tampa and SeaWorld Orlando when they were both owned and operated by Anheuser-Busch. And during that period, their parks were treated with a lot of love and care. However, after the company was essentially the victim of a hostile takeover in 2008, their parks were sold off and have become the playthings of private equity firms.
And that's effectively where you now see a lot of situations nowadays where it's like, you know, all those like horror stories from PETA of like, oh, animals abandoned, animals like being left inside of like algae-ridden pools. A lot of that came from that, from basically the company just being split up into like
Since then,
pieces,
the quality
basically.
of the parks have declined severely in their operations and maintenance, and instead of being great family parks with attractions for everyone, they began to pivot heavily towards roller coasters, as these are easy returns on investment that bring in a lot of locals. I'm certainly not against larger, more thrilling coasters being added to the parks, but for a while, it was cheap coaster after cheap coaster, and in 2023, SeaWorld got a really strange addition with Pipeline the Surf Coaster. Notably, this is an experimental model of a stand-up coaster, where you stand on a surfboard and the seats bounce up and down for a bit of a novelty ride. However, with its otherwise underwhelming layout...
Oh, good, because you know what's the one thing I want to do on a roller coaster? After walking around the park for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, you know what's the one thing I want to do? I want to freaking stand. Yeah, I want to wait in line for 45 minutes just so I can stand on the stupid ride. Genius.
...out and uncomfortable ride
Smart.
experience, this just wasn't a win for the park, despite its unique nature. The next year, in 2024, SeaWorld introduced Penguin Trek, which replaced the former dark ride, Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. I was actually surprised to find that this coaster was more fun than I anticipated.
That looks sick, I'm not gonna lie. Do they actually use real penguins?
It even starts with a small indoor section before launching you out into the park.
Oh, okay.
Notably,
so no
this
actual
is also
penguins?
a coaster meant to accommodate younger children with a lower height requirement and no inversions, which makes this a great addition for families. I
feel like it wouldn't be difficult to make it like pass through like an enclosure, like where the penguins are at, so you can just sort of like see them as you drive by. It doesn't have to be necessarily really close or anything.
Fine. That SeaWorld was receiving complaints that there wasn't enough for younger kids to do.
Like the beginning of the ride just starts with you saying hello to all the penguins, and then you go off on your adventure.
So, I think that this was the start
You
of
don't make it
pivot,
go nice and
which
slow
makes
so you
sense,
don't like disturb
as
the
Busch Gardens
penguins.
also opened a family
The
coaster
penguin
last
eye?
year.
The penguinos? The penguins? What the frick is the plural of penguins? Is it just penguins?
Surprising.
The happy feets.
However, Penguin Trek in particular is a mess operationally, requiring you to wait in a queue to actually exit the building, as everyone...
Okay, sick. Yeah, I like that. I like the penguins. But how come it's such a tiny little room?
One must go through the penguin exhibit. In my video on it last year,
Is there like more to
I
it?
also made the point that not only were you not allowed to exit after leaving the ride, but that SeaWorld actually barricaded emergency fire exits, which I think should tell you a lot about how the company is being run.
I don't think you should be blocking fire exits like that.
So, now we come to this year, with the opening of Expedition Odyssey. The building in Houston actually opened in 1992 with a simulator similar to Star Tours, known initially as Mission Bermuda Triangle.
So instead, well, I mean, you know what? At this point, fine, screw it. Just use all freaking videos. Just don't torture any more animals, I guess. Yeah, at this point. After seeing that penguin
in
exhibit.
1995 as Wild Arctic, which added an extensive Arctic
I just never understood. I feel like you don't need that many penguins.
animal exhibit after the ride, in one of the coolest themed areas I've ever seen in a theme park. However, Wild Arctic closed in 2020, and while the animal exhibit stayed open, the ride area was closed off. The simulator was then taken out, and now 5 years later, has been replaced with Expedition Odyssey, a new family flying theater attraction that is about as lazy and poorly executed as I could have anticipated.
Oh, it's a flying theater like the freaking one at California
I was
Adventures.
even sent a video where a letter from the news sign fell and hit somebody while waiting in the line. So
No way.
even before officially opening, it's off
No
to a rough
way!
start as I could have anticipated.
The freaking
even sent a
sign
video-
fell off and hit someone in the head!
Where a letter from the news sign fell.
Oh, nah, son. I'm keeping that. That's mine now. Right? Like, that's a souvenir. And you keep the freaking sign.
and
They hit me in the
somebody while
head.
waiting in the line.
Oh, nah, son. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. That's money.
So even before officially opening,
Bro, the
it's off
freaking
to a
sign
rough
fell
start,
and hit somebody.
the rest of the sign having now been removed. Yeah,
Then they removed the rest of it. Oh, nah, that's a sign. That's a sign of bad luck. Nah, son. That thing's cursed.
I'm glad that the SeaWorld lineup is achieving some balance with more family-oriented attractions, but predictably, the opening of this ride has been a mess, and the actual ride itself is just a low-budget version of Disney's Soarin'.
Yeah, that's
So-
the one. That's the one. The one from California Adventure.
With that said, let's just get right into it.
I wonder if it's the same exact video, too. Like, what if they didn't even go out and, like, record their own video? What if it's the same exact one from California Soarin'?
On entering under the new sign, which I assume will be put back up eventually, you wait through a brief, unthemed
Nah. What's the point of this? Like, if anything, it's gonna be more of a risk to put it back up.
outdoor queue and make your way inside. Walking through a short hallway, you
Can I ask you a genuine question, chat? If I was walking down this hallway and I fell, could you honestly tell me that these handguards here, these railings, are they actually gonna stop anything? They ain't gonna stop shit, are they? I'm falling. My face is gonna taste that floor, isn't it? I'm just saying, who the hell is this meant to keep up or help? Nobody's can use this. Nobody. Are we bumper cars? What the hell is this?
you emerge out into a large square room, which holds its line through a series of switchbacks. The walls are decorated with lit panels that show Arctic
See,
landscapes
that's a freaking rail. That'll hold somebody.
and animals, but otherwise,
I can sit
there's
my
nothing
fat
really
ass on
all
top of
going
that and I
on
think
in
it'd hold me
here.
up.
Admittedly, it's mildly interesting, but considering the low capacity of the ride and how slowly it loads, you're probably going to spend a lot of time in here, and so
I
it's
can't
not
see where the exit sign is if it's not like lit up. What are you doing, stupid? Turn it on.
doing much to
They didn't turn
entertain
on the
you while
exit
you wait.
sign.
Continuing on, as you enter the pre-show room, you pass by more panels which tease some of the animals you'll see on the ride, and entering the pre-show itself, you stand on a numbered dot and watch the televisions above. The video cycles through shots of animals in the Arctic as the narrator conveys a bit of information about the Arctic ecosystem, and then transitions to talking about researchers who have filmed the video for the ride, which is actually really notable for how meta the attraction is.
It's weird. I never like sit down and like set it up on my TV or like on my or like with my headphones. But I do watch a lot of these like Mariana Trench documentary type deals when I'm going to sleep on my phone with like the cruddiest audio ever.
It's pretty upfront about the ride experience, just sending you through shots captured by their team. The video then gives safety and
No, it's cool because it's like all those nature documentaries always have like the coolest cameras. They always have like the sickest like red cameras or the 4K, 8K cameras, like the really cool shiz.
boarding instructions, and being led into the next room, you then take your seat on the bench. Initially, this may seem like Soarin', but it's actually like the Masters of Flight flying theater in Legoland, where your bench instead just turns to face a domed screen. Usually, in videos where I talk about simulators,
Oh, it's a
I take
dome
the time to
screen.
explain what's happening in the scenes, but in this case, I'm just going to show you the entire video, and we'll come back and discuss
Oh
it.
no, so it's a lot more like. Does it go up? How many people are like in one ride? I guess it's gonna go up because like otherwise it looks more like the Star Wars ride
Exactly what doesn't work about it.
at Disneyland. It looks AI generated. You're welcome. I just ruined everything for you. AI's ruined everything. Now everything's AI generated. Even the stuff that's real, it's AI generated. Whoa! Oh, okay. That's okay. We transition. We're fine. Now we're with the dolphins. You're safe with the dolphins. The dolphins, they don't fall. Oh, then we're back in the sky. I'm gonna be real with you. This looks exactly like California Soaring so far. Like, there's like no difference. I don't think. But to be fair, it's been a minute since I've been on that one, so I don't remember. Does the eagle also show up when you're on the mountains? Oh, damn, I don't remember the polar bear in the cow. Alright, never mind. I don't know about that one. Careful, that thing will eat your face. It'll eat your face. It's always hungry. I seen it on a YouTube video. Look, it's confused. It's like, what the hell's that drone? Why is there a drone out here? Bro, that's it. That's like the last piece of ice. That's like in the commercial where the guy's like, I'm stuck. There's no more ice. Well, there's like a bunch of ice back there, right? But ignore that. He's like, there's no more ice. I can't. I'm stuck out here. If the bear was like right here, how the hell do you get back up there? Oh, look at that! That's cool. That's a waterfall. Wait, how the hell is it a waterfall? Is it not supposed to be frozen? That don't make no sense. How the hell you gonna have a waterfall that's not frozen in Antarctica? Is it because it's like salty or what? How's that way? It's like on the top. What the hell is that? Oh, it's another polar bear. That's why you better run. Alien above you. You better freaking get out of here. Scrub. Humans! Oh, that doesn't look sick. Nah, it does look AI generated as hell though, doesn't it? Like, maybe the animals was real, but this look AI generated as hell. I don't know about that. Maybe not this, right? Maybe. You think they ever poke each other's eyes by accident? I saw a video where one of them used the tooth to scratch his butthole. One time. It was on YouTube. Why are you putting scary music? Are we being chased by something? What's the point? Why? Oh, it's probably the freaking polar bear chasing us. I got you. Oh, it's snowing now? Damn. Oh, that wasn't AI generated at all. The hell was a beluga? Where's the narwhals? I want to see a narwhal. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, cause they are so awesome. Oh, it's a killer whale. They're serial killers. They like to murder for fun. Look how majestic it looks. Looks cool. They eat people. Sometimes. They're like the ocean zebras. Honestly, they're more like the ocean's tigers, if anything. Hey, how does the drone go into the water and then back into flying? This drone has like a submarine feature. Totally not AI generated. Oh, that's the Aurora! The Borealis!
At the conclusion of the ride, you exit into a hallway decorated with the Northern Lights. And notably,
nah, it's called the
ceiling has
Aurora
some star
Borealis.
panels,
Stupid.
which I think is actually a fun little flare.
I'm sorry, that was mean of me. It is called the Northern Lights. I don't know. I got a little too carried away.
Exiting from the
You're
hall,
I'm sure you're a smart person.
you then make your way into the Arctic Animal Exhibit, where you can currently see beluga whales, walruses, and weirdly, African penguins, who definitely do not
Alright, sure.
live in the Arctic. From here, you make your way through the lengthy exhibit to the exit gift shop, which is quite the walk, but at the very least, you don't have to stay in here and queue an extra 15 minutes like you do for Penguin Trek.
I love how
You make your way through the lengthy
the sign is always the Arctic is closer than you think. Your actions count no matter where you live. Now buy my
exhibit
shit.
to the exit gift shop,
Give me money.
which is quite the walk. But
Capitalism. It's not gonna help save any animals, but give me the money. I
at
want
the
it.
very least,
Look
you
at this
don't
cute plushie of this animal that's dying and that's going extinct. Buy it.
have to stay in here and queue an extra 15 minutes like you do for Penguin Trek just to leave.
I'm just saying, like, isn't that what basically it is? Like, definitely helps the animals and stuff. I'm just saying, don't, like, you... Not gonna sit here and pretend like
Part
it's
of
not
why
just
I
going
wanted
into
to
your
show the
pocket,
full
right?
video for Expedition Odyssey is because, as of writing this video, there doesn't seem to be a POV online, so I think this is actually where you'll see it first. I
Oh,
also
shoot,
don't
really?
think that the actual ride scenes are particularly exciting, because as a calm scenic ride, the footage, along with the music, is the main appeal, so it's a lot less interesting to hear me describe it, rather than just watching the full film. In the case of attractions like Soarin', it too is a scenic ride, but at least every scene is distinctly different.
Yeah, see, I like that. They do stuff like that. There's like an eagle at one point, and then that elephant throws the sand at you, and there's the Great Wall of China.
Making the overall experience a lot more memorable with standout moments. In contrast with Expedition Odyssey, the entire film takes place in the Arctic, and so comes off as homogeneous, which would make describing every scene quite boring in my opinion.
There was snow and ice everywhere, and water. And then in the next scene, there was snow and ice and water everywhere. It was all over the place.
However, where I think the content of the film is fine, on a technical level, that's where it really fails.
Okay, but this time, there was ice and water and snow, and a polar bear.
In the same way that Soarin' opens with a shot of the Matterhorn, this ride opens with an Arctic mountain.
Okay, that's why I thought it was the same thing, because I thought it was Matterhorn.
I'm sure you've noticed just how much the dome screen distorts and bends the image.
Yeah, it looks AI as
Soarin'
hell.
does have this particular issue with the Eiffel Tower, which is apparently being fixed soon, and to a
I always figured it's because it was like a fisheye lens or something.
smaller extent, the
Taj
scene
Mahal.
with the Taj Mahal and the rock formations in Monument Valley.
Yeah, but those you can get away with. You can barely even tell it. That's how it's like not supposed to
In
be.
Expedition Odyssey, the distortion is all over the place, and outside of that, the film quality is also just poor. YouTube compression does make videos look
It looked hella AI as hell.
worse, but the actual video on the dome is often as legitimately blurry as what you're watching, which isn't helped by the speakers literally shaking the screen.
You can literally see like the LCD panel right here, where like one of the panels, you can see how this is one giant panel going up. That's another, and it ends right here. The other segment of the panel of the LCD screen.
And the image.
See how it's like consistently staying with it the
In
entire
Soarin',
time?
this does happen when the music swells and you fly over Iguazu Falls.
I can't wait to find out that it's only on my monitor. It's like my actual PC screen.
That only occurs in this one
Oh,
scene,
no, it's gone. Okay,
and
cool.
actually helps it feel a lot more climactic. In Expedition
No, it's still
Odyssey,
there.
the screen just shakes
damn,
the
is it
already
my
low
monitor?
quality film, and if you look at the actual shots, they're not even good, often coming in too close to the
Oh, it's like
object
right
of
there, see?
focus, or otherwise
And it ends,
moving
like,
away
right there.
too quickly. You might see some of these shots and think that
Yeah,
my
I'll see that.
camera
Is
is
that showing
trying to
up on the-
capture the entire field of view.
Okay, it's showing
But
up.
no,
It's showing
that's
up on the
actually
stream.
just how the film looks,
I checked.
failing to capture what it intended. Overall, Expedition Odyssey is just kind of a mediocre and acceptable addition to Seaworlds' lineup, but you can really see how they cheaped out, which is evident through the film's technical failings. The queue is as barebone as it gets, and the operations are predictably slow. Granted, I went during pass holder preview, so I can understand that operations are still getting a handle on the ride, but this is also SeaWorld we're talking about, so I doubt that it's going to get much faster. If you're in the park on a slow day without a wait, Expedition Odyssey is probably an acceptable filler attraction that will appeal to younger kids, but otherwise, there's nothing remarkable going on here. When Icebreaker premiered in 2022,
Yeah, you'd think that. I guess it is SeaWorld, but to that same extent, I sort of anticipated it to be a lot more the Arctic underwater, or like deep sea Antarctica. We kind of just got polar bears and penguins there. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of sea world in it. Like, I'm just sorry, but a polar bear ain't a sea creature.
SeaWorld described the coaster as the first step in revitalizing this section of the park. And to their credit, they also added light theming to the area and renamed Mango Joe's as altitude burgers.
What was the name before?
As the first step in revitalizing this section of the park. And to their credit, they also added light theming to the area and renamed Mango Joe's as altitude burgers.
Mango Joe's?
With the opening of Expedition Odyssey, at least it does pull the area together a bit better, with both the ride and a new entrance to the Arctic exhibit. But otherwise, this is just another cheap addition to SeaWorld, which is disappointing, because I know that they could be great if they weren't being run into the ground by private equity. I don't really have much else to say about this ride, because it is what it is, but hopefully you at least found this video to be somewhat interesting. If you did, you can help me out by leaving a like, and if you haven't yet subscribed and hit the bell notification yet either, you can also do so now to be alerted to new videos as they're released.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the legal ramifications of it would be, but y'all know how there'd be like places out there that have like those fishies that eat dead skin off of your feet? Like, they should have like a pool, like, where you could stick your feet in there, like, you have the fishies like eat the dead skin off of there. I think SeaWorld will make money with that. Like, flat out? For real? I think the SeaWorld will make money off of that. It seems like a pretty freaking, like, nothing burger of a ride, but it's interesting. I will say, even though at the same time I'm like, it kind of sucks that SeaWorld is, like, moving further away from, like, actual animals. I feel like having less of the massive animals that we realistically can't accommodate quite as well is probably a good thing, and sort of substituting them with more educational stuff like that is kind of a good direction to take too. You get overall, right? But still, I like that you do get to go through the penguin exhibit. I actually am a fan of that. I think it's cool, because that's like, what's the point of SeaWorld if it's not for the freaking, sea creatures there? I don't know. It seemed like they were stuffed a little too tight though, a little compact. You feel me? But it is interesting to see what direction they're taking now. Quite wild. I'll tell you what, everyone. Please go drop a like, go drop a sub, go all that good stuff to Poseidon Entertainment. I'm gonna drop a link on the Discord. Please go show them some love. And I am going to react to one more video. It's gonna be another Poseidon Entertainment video. I kind of wanted to go deep sea and outer space. So let's freaking check out this video. It's called, Astroliner, the terrifying simulator that predated Star Tours. It's basically Star Wars, before Star Wars. Pay to watch a low-res video is not looking at... Yeah, at the end of the day, that's basically what it is. It's just a ginormous IMAX... But, like you have an IMAX freaking monitor. You have a ginormous screen. Use it. How do you not pay for, like, a good video? You're freaking SeaWorld. Duh. Like, how is it that the freaking IMAX movie theaters can figure this out and you can't? Whatever. Ayoo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Salut!